Yes. My father was given that plot on the offer. The plot it was for my father, Felix Mukupi, Honorable Felix Mukupi. Yes. But when he died, I'm not happy about how they handled the plot. The plot was given to the CEO without telling us how far did they do it. If now Honorable Salubila is saying the plot, the children, they never took it or what, that I don't agree with him. He was supposed to approach us. We are the biological kid of the late Felix Mukupi before they took their decisions. It's not just because of the letter from the minister, then they take the plot and they give it to the CEO. No. They were supposed to negotiate with us that, you know, how far with you on this your father's plot. There are a lot of things. If you have a land given to you on an offer, you still have to be given time to negotiate with the financial institution, such as bank. Do you understand? We never told Mr. Salubila that we failed to pay for that plot. Mr. Salubila is just a councilor of the Katima Mulilo town. He is not part of the tax and the rate. He's not part of the tax and the rate. If he is a fair leader, he was supposed to call us from the start of this thing that yes, your father left this plot and it's still on process. How far do you think about it? Then if we could fail, we could tell him that we could fail. But now I wrote a letter to them that no, we want our father's plot because we have further plans on that plot through the help of financial institutions, not just to decide for us. Mr. Salubila is not a fair leader. He is a leader who is full of racists and troublists, who is just leading to separate the two tribes. This is a mafia person who is not supposed to have this. He's not supposed to own this. He's not supposed to get something higher than us. We need the leader in Swapo. We are all Swapo people. And there is not a final man in Swapo. There are some people in Swapo higher than him. He cannot take a decision. He's having a plot in Choto. That plot, it was offered to him just quick when he became a councillor now. Just within a short period, then he was given that plot. The CEO was given that plot in a short period. Plot take time to get plot. But they are giving themselves the plot. Plot is something that can take many years before you are offered the plot. But because they are calling themselves, we are the one in power, we are the one who decide this is our town, then we will do whatever we want. And those people, if they are talking about water, taxes and rent on our plot, on our buildings. When our father died, everything it was in the hand of the lawyer. Since my father, when he passed away, the issue of paying monthly the water to the town council stopped. Because we children, we were not the one who were responsible to pay those things. He was our lawyer, and our lawyer, he was still in the process. How we were going to hand over, how we were going to solve those things. Then now he was busy. Then a lot of interruptions came in there about paying the water and what, those things, blah, blah. So what now I'm not talking mostly on the tax and the rent, but I'm talking on my father's plot, the issue on my father's plot. What Mr. Salubila is involving now, water and the rent, that plot for water and the rent is a different issue on its own. The agenda is based on my father's plot situated at the Zambezi River.
Thank you very much once more. I think the issue is very simple and straightforward. Honorable Mukupi, the late Mukupi, he was the father of the nation, I may say like that. He was the father of everybody here, like everybody, whether you are young or whoever, whether you are old. What happened it was 2012, Mr. Mukupi applied for a piece of land at the bank of the river there, near Fish Farm, along the river. Mr. Mukupi was given up an offer to buy up a plot. That plot, if my memory serves me well, it was plus minus 12 million. So in the act is very clear. If you have been offered up a plot, whoever, you will be given up a 90 days, which is 3 months, to respond to that offer. From there, the late Honorable Mukupi did not respond to that offer. What he was just trying to say, he was just trying to negotiate with the council by saying, no, maybe the council can reduce the price of the plot. From there, we're in the process of negotiation. It was unfortunate Mr. Mukupi, that's when he passed away in the horrific car accident. Currently now, when I'm talking to you, the offer for Mr. Mukupi was not retained. You know, when you apply for a plot, 90 days, you respond saying, yes, I'll buy this plot. But he did not do that. After we have responded, we will send that offer to the minister. The minister is going to whether the minister accepts or rejects, and then sends back that offer to the town council, which we call is a 31T. Then it means the minister has approved that plot so that you can buy that plot. That's all what happened. If you don't accept that offer, or you don't respond to that offer in 90 days, the council is going to hold that application of yours within its council offices. Unless you have responded when it's going to send it to the minister. So far, Mr. Mukupi, the late Honorable Mukupi's plot, it was not his plot, it was a council plot. Up to today, it's a council plot. He did not respond in 90 days. He was still busy negotiating with the council to reduce the price from 12 million. I think that's all what I can say. Even the kids, I'm having up a meeting with them on Monday. The 4 of them, they wrote a letter to the mayor. I gave the copy to the CEO. And then I have got the copy here, which says no, they want to retain the property for the late Mukupi. I told them then, but I said no, there's no problem. We have got an open door policy. We will go and tell you how all this process has been transpired. Otherwise, the late Honorable Mukupi, he must just remain in with his properties, with developed properties. That one is not in his name. I can even go and call the media next week when I meet them. If they got a proof, they will just go and get a letter from the council which says you have been offered. It's an offer. You have been offered this plot, purchase this plot at an amount of 12 million. An offer does not mean you have already bought, no. Just simply saying, no, we are offering you, if it's true you are interested, you must respond within 90 days. You say yes. From there, we take you a letter which says yes, we have accepted the offer, and then we take it to the ministerial for ministerial approval. From there, the minister is going to look into that application, and then he sends that application back to the council. And then it's when we can say, okay, Mr. Mukupi, we just wait for first we must do some payments. From payments, it will be transferring of the plot from the name of the council into your name. I think that's all.
We heard also allegation. They are saying that there's still also some dispute with on the change of ownership of Mukupi's properties, such as the house and the other buildings which is having. So I don't know.
Yes.
How you are aware about this?
I'm not aware with those disputes, but what I can only say, the late Honorable Mukupi, even before when he was still alive, he used to negotiate with the council. Even if you go to his buildings now, you will just notice that there is no water. Water has been disconnected.
Suspended. Yeah?
Suspended. Because a plot cannot be transferred into your name to the deeds office if you do not clear up. If you are still having some arrears. For example, when you go to Ngweze, I can give you a practical example. When you go to those old houses in Ngweze, those houses were being sold at an allocation scheme. But people who were owning up the council, up to today, those houses, they are still in the name of Katima Council. We cannot transfer that house into your name if you are owing the council. It's not us, but there the lawyers say no. You cannot transfer the property, whoever property, so long we are still owing, until such a time you settle out everything, 0 balance. You go to Liambai, the village Liambai, that property belongs to him. You go to build together Liambai, the other Liambai there, the location also is bar. It does not have even water. And according to the law, those bars they will be closed because you cannot operate a bar or a nightclub without flushing toilets, where do you expect your customers to go? You see? Otherwise, we don't have a problem. Once those things that have been cleared up, their properties will be transferred. They can sell their property, whatever. Whether they want to sell or they want to keep them for themselves.
Now, if they want me to pay the way they want, I should also give them the way they should pay those plots. They should also, before I give them, whether I'm paying the tax and the rent they are talking about, which is, he said, is included into the water bills. Now, we normally pay. Now he's saying that we not pay. If you go to Njangula bar, the Njangula bar does not have water. Water is there. So he wants us, like someone who's against us, to pay the way we want, to force us. I'm telling you, Mr. Salubila, this Zambezi region is not his region. We were born here, will die here, and will be buried here. This is a region for any one of us, and we must live. This is my soul. It's not his soul. Whether he's saying it's a town council act, why him is benefiting higher than others? He's just giving himself the soul, like he's the one who the owner of this plot. Mr. Salubila, no one who elected him. The people elected him, but they didn't want him to be there. Just because of the swap of seat in the town council. He's a bad leader. He cannot come and abuse people here and do things that he must rule, because he's the president of the town council or what? He's not the president of the town council. He cannot disturb us and force us to pay. He must read the local authority gazette. The local authority gazette, no one who shall be close the water unless there is somewhere nearby where he can get water access.
So
before you close the water of somebody, he must get a 1 month notice. You can just not go and close the water before that person he received the notice from the town council. They must first show me the 12 million they paid on my father's plot, which he was offered, which is a took. It's when I'm going to show them my tax and rent pertaining to my building of my father left for me and my young brothers and sisters.
Yeah, the other question is they also allege, or either they are accusing you that of either maybe of conflict of interest, of saying you relate to one of their stepmother or whatsoever. So maybe surrounding this issue, and as again you are serving as a councillor and you are the chairperson of the management committee. So what is your view on this one?
I think that one, they are just making serious allegations against me. I mean, yes, it's true, I'm in the chairperson of the management committee. I'm not taking the decisions. The full decisions being taken up by the full council, the whole seven councillors. When they are there, is when we can take up a decision, whether yes or no. By saying maybe my sister, it's true my sister was married to their father, these kids. They even grew up in being looked after by my sister. That one is got nothing to do. My sister also is having up the kid with the late Mukupi, whereby this property which have been talked here. He's a boy now, he's in grade 7. He's also having some shares in those properties. How could I do those things? To refuse to transfer those properties into the name of the owners. If I knew my sister also had the kid, what does he must also benefit from the fruits of his late father. But now I got nothing to do with that one. That one that's rubbish. Those ones I'm saying is rubbish. There are very serious allegations against me. It's true my sister was married to the late Mukupi and they have got a boy who is in grade 7, grade 6, somewhere there.
So did you ever approach the town mayor of Katima Mulilo?
Yes, I approached the town mayor of the Katima Mulilo. I asked the Honorable Matengo, did you receive the letter that we wrote for our father's plot, which he was offered? He said, I didn't receive anything. I said, okay, I'm going to write another letter, which now this time I'll never hand it to the secretary at the town council, but I'll give it in your hand as a mayor of the town. which I took to Honorable Matengu, and I gave that letter to him. He read and he notified the other members of the town council that this is what is here on my table now. So let us look on this and how we're going to answer these people. Now, Honorable Matengu phoned Mr. Salubila, asking him that, okay, the son of Felix, Honorable Felix Mukupi is here now. Can you talk with him on a phone? I said, hello, Honorable Mr. Salubila. I'm the son of Felix Mukupi, firstborn. I'm here with the mayor, pertaining to that issue of my father's plot situated at Zambezi River. Mr. Salubila, what he answered me on the phone, he was just saying, why are you coming with those? And you just jumped to the mayor instead of following the distribution procedures of the town council. Where do you start and where you end? And you, for your own information, I'm the councilor of the Katima Mulilo town council. And I was nominated to deal with tax and rent on your buildings. Very soon we're going to option your buildings. I'm going to talk with your lawyer how I'm going to option your buildings. Mr. Salubila, I never came to come and talk those tax and rent pertaining our buildings. I'm coming here with one agenda, with Zambezi plot situated at my father. He must first give me, to show me, he finished to pay his plot or what. Now, the issue of to pay rent and tax here is a different story. And he cannot force me to pay the way he wants. I pay the way I want. Not him to pay the way he wants, to come and force me here, that me, I'm a councilor. He's against us, honestly speaking. Mr. Salubila is against the Mukupi's family, which we will never allow. For his own information, we are also having our chiefs. We are also protected by the law. We went to the university. We know the law, and they will never allow whatever is thinking on this town. And there is not a final man in Swapo Party. Swapo Party is for everyone. And the Swapo Party, it is a party which is administrating pertaining on democracy. We don't want the leader in the Swapo Party who come and separate. Leaders which full of segregations. We want leaders who can rule people.
So otherwise, the issue will still remain the way it is now. It means the Mukupi's children, they won't going to, inherit their father's properties legally, because there are still other outstanding balance or credit with
what they must just do, those kids. That's why I'm having a meeting with them on Monday with the CEO and the other two honorable councillors of the management. They must just go to the council. It's pretty now. You can see on my table here. I have all these things here for people who are not paying rates and tax. We are not talking about water here only. We have got rates and tax also included in the Bureau of Water. I will tell you, this building, this property of the late Honorable Mukupi, have got how much being owed on this property. Up to the fourth, there are plus minus 3 or 4 of them. One the Njangula in Yambai, the one in Yambai, the village Yambai in town, plus that other one, which is a day. Yeah. When you add, before he passed away, he was plus minus 200 to 300 something. But he knew how he was paying those accounts. He went to the council, he negotiated, he was paying every month. That's why water was not disconnected. But now we talked to those kids before, immediately when he passed away, they went to the council. We opened the water for them. We told them you pay this amount of money every month, but they did not honor that agreement. So the council had nothing to do, only to go and suspend that water again.
So we also understand, and we have also noted at the time when your father passed away, there was a prejudiced SMS which was circulating among the locals here in the whole country also. Did you ever trace the culprit or who wrote the SMS?
We investigated that SMS. Some of people telling us it's him who wrote that SMS. So we don't know. We never followed it. It was just a suspect. So allegations of people saying no, blah 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 blah. So, but some of people that message who wrote them, they are showing those true colors to us indirect. You can easily say
What
this
was
is
the
the one.
message in that SMS?
That message was saying Mukupi, a stupid Mafwe people who doesn't know how to read and write, died. A person who thinks too much, like he's the one of the owner of the Zambezi region, on top of others who was rich, died. So some of people wrote that message, they are showing us indirect that they are still hate us, they hate us, but they don't know what they can do. So now they just want to trace us indirect. The issue of the soil and water, it is a basic need. There is no one in the Local Authority Act who shall live without water. The issue of the land, this is our land, we will all die and leave it. Just where we are calling it Namibia, our motherland. We should not come and treat each other like we are in the apartheid way. We should come and treat each other that we are free and independent. We are enjoying independence. Not to come and bring dictatorship, ruling people through dictatorship, forcing people. If now we don't pay this amount, now we're going to do this. No, that's not how we do.
So when was the water suspended so far?
The water was suspended probably, it was the last year. They go to the council, as I already said, the council got an open door policy. They go to the council, say no, we have got 20,000, can you go and open water for us? They go and open water for them. Again, they will take 3-6 months without paying. The council again will be forced. Because now, as you know, we are buying water, like we are buying electricity. We have got a prepaid meter that now water. We must just go, whether 200, 300,000. And we are having this bill of NAM water, plus 30 to 40 million, which we are busy paying. We pay 500,000 NAM water each and every month. They must take 300,000, which is going to their credit, which is the Katima Council that owing. And then we'll just remain with 200,000 to buy water. Once water is finished, it's not like the previous. You can go and say, no, we will pay next week. Water will be suspended, like you go in your house. If you don't have some units in your meter box, you will go and buy some.
Okay. What is your final message?
My final message for the town council. Education is for everyone who wants it. Now, they cannot do anything like the way they did on my father's plot or situated at Zambezi River, because they see us that maybe we are kids. I'm not a kid. I'm not a kid. I'm not a baby. Because he thought these children, their children, they cannot do anything. The way they handled my father's plot at situated at Zambezi River, which was offered, if they think, Mr. Salubila, I can still do the same on all my father's building, he will never. That's why I'm challenging him. Let him go further about taxing the rate. If he will go to option my buildings, like the way he optioned my father's plot offer situated at the Zambezi River. This is not his region, and there's not a final man in Swapo Party. He's not a final man in Swapo Party. He will never. And he must show me the 12 million they paid to offer that thing, to offer that plot to the CEO. And the tax and the rate which is paying there. He must first show me the tax and the rate which is paying on his buildings there. We know whatever he's doing in the town castle. He's getting employment for his family in the town castle. He's getting employment for his family in the town castle. We are educated. I did local government. I have a diploma. I'm furthering with my degree. I applied in the town council, but nothing. My security, it qualifies. I touched, which I formed the Kabuku security. Because the issue of Njangula is not yet complicated there. But I was ignored in the town council committee. Because there are some people who hate us indirectly. It's not the matter because we lost because we don't meet the obligatory requirement, but we lost because of the hatred, indirect hatred. And this plot of my father, I'll never stop it. I'm going to make some follow-ups until I'll be given that plot. Man, that plot belongs to my father. There is nothing what Mr. Honorable Salubila came to us and we negotiate on the plot. Whether we take it or we leave it. He cannot decide on us. Where is the 90 days letter that they wrote to the family after my father died? That if during these 90 days you don't do anything on this plot, now we're going to resell it to somebody else. Where? Those are my few words pertaining, but I'm very serious on this issue. I cannot be treated like I'm a foreigner in Namibia. I was born here in Namibia. I must also enjoy the roots of my country. The roots, the fruits of my region. Not to one person to enjoy, and then now when it comes to other people's matters, they are coming up that no, this is a law. It's not a law.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Caprivi Vision newspaper.
Caprivi Vision newspaper. Caprivi Vision newspaper.
Watching the nation, watching the nation.
We are still striving to reach the heights to entertain, to reach the heights to get, to reach the heights to inform the nation. But what's happening in Caprivi Vision? If I like ya, me show for Kafela if I stop. Caprivi Vision was born in Caprivi region. I'm a swap for load to my father. Quick put all the sentence and when I see Caprivi Vision, Queen Peking. Everybody's gonna like what we do. Caprivi Vision, Yamilata. Si Java Kafela, I'm a sute. Yamifa information, Yamilata. Caprivi Vision newspaper. Caprivi Vision, Yamilata. Si Java Kafela, I'm a sute. Yamifa information, Yamilata. Caprivi Vision, let's move it. Caprivi Vision, Yamilata. Si Java Kafela, I'm a sute. Yamifa information, Yamilata. Caprivi Vision, God bless you. Banana Papa Hulu Vice Tabela. Halikuta Mapukua Vice Tabela. Haluya Kuindu Kumai Fumana. Namibia Kaufela Mai Fumana. Banana Papa Hulu Vice Tabela. Halikuta Mapukua Vice Tabela. Haluya Kuindu Kumai Fumana. Namibia Kaufela Mai Fumana. You can do whatever you do. It's watching you with two eyes. Ooh la la. Caprivi Vision, Yamilata. Si Java Kaufela, I'm a sute. Yamifa information, Yamilata. Caprivi Vision newspaper. Caprivi Vision, Yamilata. Si Java Kaufela, I'm a sute. Yamifa information, Yamilata. Caprivi Vision, let's move it. Caprivi Vision, Yamilata. Si Java Kaufela, I'm a sute. Let me compare to Caprivi Vision newspaper members. Our editor, Mr. Riskolo Mamezi. Marketing manager, Miss Mata Matongo. Senior reporter, Mr. Simon Liseli. Media designer, Mr. John Nikiskopo. Marketing officer, Mr. Aldrin Kabuku. We have been in the street since 3rd April 2002, and we thank both our local advertisers and government entities. Caprivi Vision, Yamilata. Si Java Kaufela, I'm a sute. Yamifa information, Yamilata. Caprivi
bless you. This is SK Shot Killer, Caprivi Vision newspaper. This one is for you. I am quiet. Shot Killer.